All right, men, we're excited. We've got a big thing planned today. So the problem we have with the show right now is, you see Pat, you see me, and everyone else exercise, and we're all going so fast, and it's easy to nitpick, oh, why did they stop? But I think what's kind of lost on the viewer sometimes is how hard this stuff really is.
Yeah, no, it looks really, really hard what you guys are doing. It doesn't look easy at all.
And that's why they're watching.
We're gonna find the baseline. We're gonna show how hard these workouts are. We've got the CrossFit Games this weekend. The workouts have been announced, and so you guys are going to try the CrossFit Games workout. Let's do it, all right?
No, you can't.
The actual workout.
The actual workout. Let's do it.
I'll die.
First event of the CrossFit Games this year is thrusters and chest to bar pull-ups. So I'm gonna load up this.
So then you go like.
So, yeah, just get it up.
Up. No.
Maybe it's best you don't.
Does that count?
Well, oh, Sam.
Oh yeah.
We're not gonna do event one. Next event's 1 rep max front squats. You wanna see how strong you are? Oh! Next event is heavy deadlifts and handstand push-ups. What's that noise? We're not doing that event. We're gonna do the 1 kilometer row. Get on the rower, you row for a kilometer. Anyone and everyone can do that. See how fast they are.
Oh, that's the face of pain.
No, it doesn't even look winded.
Here we go! Yeah! Yeah! Let's go! You're gonna beat it! You gotta get on your close!
Shit, guys.
All right, Sam, so now that that's finished, I'd like to know, what was your strategy in the second half there? I noticed you were losing pace there, but Sam, he will not beat me. Sam did his 1K in 3:41.5, Ryan 3:41.1, Noah 3:44.7, Brent 3:57.6 per kilometer if I rode a marathon. This is event 5, and this is 5 rounds for time. You go outside, you run 500 meters, you come in, you do 15 overhead squats, 15 burpees over the bar. That's 5 rounds. So I have to do that at 185 pounds.
What?
That's just 45.
Let's just go with the bar.
We're not even gonna do those. We're just gonna do running and burpees. You're doing so good. Good job, Sam. Ooh, that was a good shot. You see that? I saw you walking. Let's go. Let's go. We're walking because I can't. They didn't think I could see them.
No burpees, please. This is my last round.
This is fun. This isn't so bad. All right, Noah. So on that third run, Noah, you decided to puke on the course. Tell me, was that part of the plan?
Yeah, it's gonna happen again.
All in episode 4, we're wrapping this puppy up. Let's do this. Sorry, Sam. Let's do it.
How was this year's games different from last year's games and the year before?
Yeah, I mean the key difference was it wasn't at a stadium. So usually the CrossFit Games is in a big stadium, thousands of fans cheering, but 2020, right?
You know, as time wore on and restrictions were big problems, travel visas and things were problems, it just became unrealistic to have 60 athletes travel all to the US.
So yeah, this year's games started in your home. So in my case, it was my garage gym, and some people, they did it at their local CrossFit affiliate.
And then stage 2 was gonna happen live in Aromas, but only the top 5 men and women would go to stage 2.
Yeah, I mean, was there any dread? I mean, why would there be any dread? Better this than nothing. And as far as dread, I mean, you could look statistically at the events I've done well in, and the longer the weekend, the more days, the more events, outdoor events, swimming, running, you know, carrying sandbags, climbing ropes, those things like tend to go well for me. And so immediately all those things were gone, which isn't ideal, but I made the decision that whatever was decided, I was just gonna say good, right? Like that's good news. And so I was so kind of brainwashed myself into doing that when these events were announced, I was like, these are great. Like this is best case scenario, let's do it. All right, Brent, this is what it's all been for, CrossFit Games.
Just believe in yourself, man. Remember, you are the best CrossFitter on the whole planet. Other than a guy named Matt Fraser.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Man, I'm telling you, this thing is either gonna get canceled, or you are gonna get cut again. You might as well just quit now and go play Nintendo.
Oh, hey Joe, what are you doing here, man?
New phone. Who this?
It's your friend, Brent.
Why am I here? And why am I so small? Are we still doing all-in shows? I always get invited to this. No one knows who I am.
I feel like you used to be taller.
Or why I'm so small in this thing. Like, you're massive. Like, this makes no sense.
Well, I guess if you're here, do you have any advice?
Advice for the games is don't get cut. I don't know. I mean, it's pretty simple. And stop complaining about how tall you are. He's tall. Oh, he's the tallest athlete, CrossFit. Oh, maybe Matt Fraser's good because he works harder than you. I don't know.
Boo, Scally, boo.
Hey, look, man. I think it's pretty simple. You just gotta dance, dance, dance your cares away.
CrossFit, if you wanna get fit, get CrossFit. CrossFit, CrossFit.
Hi guys, good chat, but I gotta go, so talk again tomorrow. There have been fires, and so it is a little bit of smoke. Hopefully it'll clear up a little bit, but you know, I'm just doing the one workout outside, so might be sucking in a bit of smoke, but never smoked a cigarette in my life, so yeah, it's not as smoky as it was a couple days ago. That's good, right? Yeah, it was bad, man.
It's still pretty smoky.
Yeah, I know.
The morning was nice.
But like before, you could hardly see the end of the 250 meters. That's pretty much it. Got all the little things done. Just clean up a little bit, grease the rower a bit, and that's where our paths end. So yeah, like kind of I said, I'm keeping things locked down. So try not to have too many distractions this weekend, and an extra camera would be one of them. So sorry you're not invited.
Come on, man.
But hopefully there'll be some good bird's eye videos of the workouts, and then we'll catch up on the flip side and hopefully have some good news.
Okay.
See you later. See you in a couple
Guess
days.
we'll go see what Pat's up to.
So the people want to know if you make the top 5, will Dancing Pat make a return?
I don't know. We'll have to see. That was quite a hit. Well, I got a few messages from people like O'Keefe being like, I can't believe you filmed that, like basically during row.
Right after.
Yeah. Yeah. It's been a long season, and I think as the games kept getting pushed back, a lot of the athletes were starting to feel a little worn down and ready for this thing to be done, right? People have been preparing and been ready for the games for many weeks now. So when I first made it to the CrossFit Games, having some of the more running, odd object stuff, rogue creating new implements for us, that stuff was always super exciting. Having to learn a new skill on the fly or be more dynamic. But obviously with an at-home competition, that's not really the case anymore. We've got to really cater to what can be done in a small space with limited equipment.
Hi everybody, Sean Woodland joined as usual by Chase Ingram here, calling the CrossFit Games Stage 1 exclusively for the All In Series, everybody's favorite Canadian CrossFit show.
Is it though? I'm pretty sure it's the only Canadian CrossFit show.
Brought to you by TELUS. Hey, I hear they make great cell phones.
They don't make cell phones, they sell cell phones, Sean.
I tried to say that 10 times fast. And Pat is looking really fast, but of course, everyone is doing this workout at different times in different places, so we have no idea how he's actually doing. Chase, what do you think of Pat's chances to win this event?
Well, not good, Sean, but the audience does know this wasn't actually recorded live because there wasn't an actual broadcast of Stage 1, and we already know who wins every single event.
You know, let's just have some fun and pretend we don't know, okay?
Well, Sean, I'm having a hard time, okay? It's been a little rough, but fine. Pat's probably going to get beat by Matt Fraser just like everyone else. I'd literally bet my life on it. Is that a saxophone in the soundtrack?
And Pat wins event 1, taking 1 million points in the process.
I'm pretty sure that's not true at all.
Hey, I'm just reading the script here, Chase.
And Pat with a strong 17th place finish.
But he looked good doing it.
You have no clue where the rest of the field is, so that's sort of challenging.
Here, and it's Matt Fraser with a blistering time of 3 minutes, 8 seconds.
Like in terms of just reps per second, to finish in 3:08 is like mind-blowing. I want to watch it just so I can kind of wrap my head around it because it sounds made up. I know it's not, but I can't even understand it. It's crazy. That's so impressive. So it doesn't make sense. Some of the guys were smoking fast.
In a 4-minute workout, he beat everyone by a minute. Like that's savage.
The rule we'd created in our the little Fikowski training center here was no one was allowed to look at the leaderboard. So yeah, I wasn't looking at the leaderboard, the scoreboard. I wasn't looking at any media, watching any videos. We decided we needed to go for it, right? We went out hot and we went for a big score. Yeah, which was one of the more painful experiences I've had in a while. We went for it and then it was over and I didn't do so well.
A little under 3 weeks before the game started, I got an injury in my groin. I actually tore my groin front squatting, heavy. And so leading into the games now, once we had the competition events kind of finalized, the first 2 events are very squat heavy. And, you know, it's been 3 weeks that I haven't been able to squat at all or really do any meaningful leg training. Yeah, I was nervous, you know, movement patterns aren't sharp. I haven't been training it. And I think just confidence was low. I was scared of re-injuring and hurting it worse. You know, knowing that I had a tear in my groin, I didn't want to completely tear it off.
383 pounds, a good lift, but probably not enough to get inside the top 10.
That's like lifting 5 middle schoolers, Sean. I feel like he should be able to at least lift 6.
Something might be bothering him because I'm pretty sure I've seen him lift the equivalent of at least 8 middle schoolers at the games before.
That was the one that was the biggest red flag for me, for sure.
Yeah. I don't know if we're going to put that in. Yeah, let's put that in. So I'll say it again. But yeah, the day before we had to weigh in so that if there was a tie in the front squat, then the lighter athlete you know, would win. I understand why they do that. They do that in weightlifting. But at the same time, I mean, if athletes were to have exactly the same time in a bodyweight workout, like let's say a bunch of pull-ups and burpees, they don't do a tie break based on how much you weigh and like the heaviest person wins. It's just tied. I mean, the reality is because I'm the tallest guy in the competition, I'm also going to be the heaviest. So like I'm weighing in really for no reason, because if I do tie, I'm going to get beat on bodyweight. And sure enough, I learned later that me and Patrick Vellner squatted the same weight. Yeah, so twins.
So today is the morning of the games morning. I'm not competing, but I'm just doing the workouts as if I'm competing. Just kind of a nice ending to my season, little closure. So I'm gonna do the first one, the Fran-esque one, and then max out my front squat, and then take a small break. It's supposed to be like a 3-hour window, but I think I'll just do them a bit quicker, because I can. Diane, and then a little max out row. So yeah, should be good.
Time for event 3, deadlifts and handstand push-ups, sure to be the most exciting event of the games this year. Now time for an event that literally anyone can do, a 1 kilometer row.
I can row a kilometer in my sleep, Sean.
And here we go, everybody rowing hard on their rowers.
just once, I'd like to see them row in some actual water.
I tell you, at the rate these guys are pulling, they could probably row on land.
They are rowing on land, Sean.
Who's this? Emily Rolfe? She's not even competing in the games this year.
But she is still a part of the show.
And who are these guys?
I think they're the all-in film crew. Let's not hurt their feelings by talking about how bad they are.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Oh, keep going!
And Roman Krenikoff wins it with Brent Fikowski taking 5th and Pat Vellner in 7th.
Which, of course, we already knew.
But we are pretending that we don't know.
You would like drift a second and be like, lower splits, and you'd be like, oh, okay, and I'd be like,
those last like 200 meters though, I was like,
could you hear me screaming?
yeah,
like
and you're like, try to get back to 127. I was like, it was like trying to just speed your stroke rate up because the
legs are just shot.
Yeah, you don't have the same power output.
The unsung hero today is the cowbell. Need more cowbell. There you go. There you go.
And one of those people that made a big move, and we needed him to do that, was Patrick Vellner. Great job, Patrick. This is kind of what we were hoping to see from you. A little worried that we might not see it. Fantastic job by Pat Vellner on both events 3 and 4. And then right above him, Chandler Smith, moving and inching his way into contention into the right side of that red line. So 2 athletes that I'm really happy to see have made a move towards qualifying to get here to Aromas. The 2 athletes that I'm just really surprised to see on page 3 still are both Brent Fikowski and Sarah Sigmundsdottir, and with only 3 events left to go, I just don't know that they have enough room to climb their way into that top 5 spot.
Yeah, they're gonna have
almost everything in the games this year was completely straightforward and had been done many times. So yeah, it was in that sense, maybe it was a better test of pure fitness and not something like adaptability.
And we start day 2 of the games with Nasty Nancy. 5 rounds for time of running, overhead squats, and burpees over the bar. Chase, what are the keys to victory?
Yeah, well, I guess the keys to victory are going to be how fast you can go, and if you can go fast without taking breaks. So basically the same as every other CrossFit workout.
It was just like that kind of chilly fall morning, so it was cool. It made for some sweet photos.
He's got 4 rounds out of the 5 unbroken, so he's doing really good.
Let's hope the "Let's Go Uncle Pat" signs inspire Uncle Pat to go faster.
And Pat Vellner is going really fast with these burpees. Hopefully it's enough for a good finish.
I really think Pat's going to do well on this one, Sean.
Wow, really?
No. He's going to finish 19th.
And Pat finishes 19th, while Brent takes 15th. So they're really going to need a strong finish in the next event to keep them within striking distance of the top 5.
Woo! Yep, we've heard that before, Sean.
Yeah, I don't know. See, hopefully that's like good enough for me for like another 5th or 6th or something like that. That would be really nice.
Vellner's there on the left. But great pace for the 2 of them on that final round of burpees. So Pat Vellner would take 19th in the event. Not the result he was looking for, but
And Chandler Smith takes 3rd, which is definitely the
which was
result
huge for him, which is
he
why
was
right
looking
now.
for.
That I actually didn't think we'd see a lot of people go under 20 minutes. I thought the 4-minute rounds on that workout was really fast. So I'm impressed that Matt was like under 18. We had a few guys in the 18s, 19s, really impressive. That's smoking fast.
Event 6 is the max handstand hold. How long can you stay on your hands inside of a tiny little box?
We'll see who's good at that. I think nobody really knows.
You know, I really wish they made the all-in team do this workout, Sean. I'd like to see what Noah would have gotten.
Noah Olsen?
No, Noah the camera guy.
I'm pretty sure he's the editor, Chase.
My over-under is 2 seconds.
I'll take the under on that one. And Noah Olsen wins it with a time of 1:37. Matt Fraser takes second, and Pat Vellner takes a tie for 8th with Roman Krennikov. Fikowski comes in 18th with a time of 1 minute, 2 seconds.
Oh, they're all done, right?
Oh, no. They have one more event.
Another event?
Well, hang on, Chase. We do need to see how they finish.
Do we, though?
Like I said, I wasn't looking at the leaderboard, but even if I knew that, even if I was 30th and I was fighting for 29th, I still would have given the exact same effort, which was just a full send.
Try to push another hard effort and get up as high as I can. And then who knows, maybe if somebody can't travel, you can get in.
Really good showing for Fikowski, who comes second, and for Vellner, who comes in 6th. But likely too little too late for the Canadians this year, who will get cut again.
Well, look who decided to show up for the party. I guess the all-in curse is real, Sean.
It's been a tough year for everybody, and, at least they tried.
Trying only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
Yeah, I don't think that's how the expression goes.
It doesn't always go well. The important thing for me was that Pat didn't get injured, and that he found his groove at one point, and that he looked at each event and he understood what he needed to do, and he gave every single event the best he could. And as a coach, you can't ask for more.
I feel like every couple months I'm taking over the gym for a couple days, so pour a lot, means a lot. Typically, when I'm in shape for competition, we prepare really well, and it's like, if I put a hard effort in and I execute well, I win. And if I don't execute well, I'm top 5. But I think for sure I come in with like a bit of a privileged position, thinking if I just try hard, I'll be fine. Like, I laid it out on a few there and got killed by a lot of people. And it's like reality, right? Where she goes.
Take a look at the final results for Event 7. Samuel Quant needed a 4th place or better to clinch a spot. Fikowski and Smith basically had to win to do it. Didn't quite happen for either one of them. Brent Fikowski has his best performance of the competition. Quant finishes 7th. Jeffrey Adler finishes 9th. Here are your final standings in the 5 men who will be going to the CrossFit Games Part 2 here in Aromas. Quan and Adler do enough, and Chandler Smith is just 2 points back. Got to be heartbreaking for Chandler Smith.
Big ups to Jeff Adler. Chandler's fine. Tough weekend for Brent. Like, there was a few really fast events that were, dependent on a few factors, like, fast turnover, stuff like that traditionally he's not the best at.
Like, you suck again. You're like, okay, we get it. Like, it's kind of I was completely off my phone all weekend, and like, Saturday night I pick it up and had a bunch of text messages, and one of them was from Pat, and he sent it to me on Friday morning. He said, I need a hug. I don't want to, that's basically it, right? It is strange, right? It's a funny sport. I mean, Pat's had a dynamite year, and a lot of those guys that beat him this weekend, he's beaten a couple times this year. I look back and I know it's the name of the freaking show, but I was all in this year, like there was, he said it. I know. Oh, he said it. He said the name of the show. You put all your chips on and bet on yourself, and sometimes it pays off. Like in Dubai, I won, and that was really cool. But it's 15th, which is just against a lot of the same people, right? Which is fine, and they had great weekends. So, but no, I wasn't feeling any burnout. No. And then when there is in-person competitions again, just go and compete, because this whole existence, this whole career I have right now as an athlete is a lot more fragile, I think, than I thought.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Feeling ready for the Open?
Yeah, I think so, man. Yeah, I mean.
So you still got another one in you at least?
Oh, I think so. I think every year I go, I don't know, and then they just drag me back. What's that damn Seinfeld quote?
Just when I think I'm out, they pull me back in.
Just when I think I'm out, they drag me back in again.
Things are turning around. It'll be nice to get things back rolling and have maybe a more normal season this year. I'm hopeful anyways. Definitely optimistic. It can't be any worse than last year.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, between like figuring out which sanctional to go to, and then COVID, canceling all of them, and then changing ownership, and I mean, the game's changed like how many times before it actually like kind of happened for us. Watch the rest of it on TV.
Yeah, I know if you guys ran for the hills. You got even Matt called it quits after this year.
Yeah, Matt Frazier's retired, so that makes things. Kind of opens it up,
The doors open a crack for us, that's for sure. It's gonna be a great year in the men's field. There's a nice power vacuum in there, and it'll be easier this year without a crew following us around everywhere too.
Yeah, getting real sick of these cameras the last 3 years. So maybe they can just follow Emily, or I don't know. Maybe they'll rope us back in. We'll see.
I think Emily might still have a little juice in her. I think they've already squeezed us for every little bit that we're worth. But
we're dead inside. And she still loves it. Well, Pat, we started this all-in journey, and back then no one really knew who we were.
And now people still aren't really sure who we are.
Will there be more all-in?
Will there be more all-in? I don't know, man. I mean, I will be all in. Well, I don't know what more stories we have to tell. How many more gags can we do? Like, we should just do a season where it's just like we just don't even cover the sport. We just write a mini movie. Just do a movie. Yeah, just a whole gag reel with like very little fitness.
3 seasons in a movie.
This time, for real, 2021 couldn't possibly be as crazy as 2020.
CrossFit. If you wanna get fit, get CrossFit.
Not really knowing who we are to a vague recognition of, hey, do I know that guy?
Wait, is that? No.
And we're back to watch these guys take on Nasty Nancy.
Bonus footage.
This is what you would have people do the first time they ever walk into your gym.
Doesn't like seeing a bunch of lane 9 athletes there, Sean, struggling with a simple 6-inch hop over a piece of steel.
Hey, you can't fail a burpee, but these guys are coming really close.
Into?
Run really more of a suggestion. Fikowski still can't run the camera.
We need actually to be that close to his face during an actual broadcast.
Learn what the focus ring does, Brent. Oh, watch out for the door.
Yep, that's what doorways are for. It's Brent and Pat's year personified in one workout by 3 random gentlemen.
And Ryan is done.
Like he did 3 of the 5 rounds and called it a day.
Sam is clearly questioning all of his life choices here. Well, that CrossFit song, Chase.
I didn't think we could find a song worse than Let's Go Uncle Pat.
Or San Diego. He threw up.
That was like the best ending ever. He threw up. End scene.